Welcome to Optimal Timelines, Tarot and Astrology. This is going to be your monthly Tarotscope for February 2023 for your North Node by sign and house. Now again, the reason I use the North Node for readings is that we have much more in common with people that share our North Node than we do with our Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign, because it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's the path that you were born to experience and learn in this lifetime. So it's much more accurate and relevant to your everyday life. Now you're going to want to watch two videos. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. And if you're unfamiliar with your North Node, there's going to be a link in the description box to give you some more information. So I'm going to connect to the energies and then we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope reading for February 2023 for everybody with their North Node in Taurus and or the second house. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. Now, your overall theme here is either taking on or lifting burdens with this Ten of Wands. And it's actually a very positive thing. I feel like for some of you, there's going to be beginning a lifting of burdens off your shoulders. And then for some of you, you're going to be enthusiastically actually taking, and I won't even use the word burdens, it's just taking on more responsibility in your life. Much like if you're starting a new career path or something like that, so it's not a burden, but it's an exciting thing that you're taking on. And I feel like that's, kind of where the overall theme is going. Now, the first 2 weeks of the month, what I'm seeing going on is I'm seeing with this Eight of Wands upright, I see that you're in a mode of action. Like a lot of you have realized, okay, I need to be more myself and my independent self, and I need to start being more kind of like self-reliant. And I'm moving forward in that. So you're taking on more in your life. And I see for a lot of you, you're realizing that, with this Wheel of Fortune upright, you're realizing it's like you're almost learning that you are the creator of your own destiny. Because that's what's interesting about like North Node in Taurus or the second house. It's one of those North Nodes, and there's a couple of them that are kind of similar, like North Node in Aries, but it's almost like you are rewarded by the universe in your life when you are able to take on challenges or like move forward. A lot of North Nodes you're not rewarded for that. They want you to like hold back and kind of wait. But for you, I feel like you're definitely rewarded for like moving forward, for taking charge. It's like, I've said this before, okay, but it's very true with this North Node. You've heard the old saying, like, take the bull by the horns. And that's really what this is. You're basically, what that means is you're taking control of your life, and you aren't just being tossed about on the ocean like a small boat in a storm, but you are like forging forward, And I feel like a lot of you, when you do that, you're actually like kind of blessed by the universe. Now, this first half of the month, what I'm seeing is with this Two of Pentacles reversed, there's going to be a theme of money, finances, wealth of some sort, any sort of things with property, wages, salaries, promotions. And I see it being a little bit like topsy-turvy. And that is kind of like the big challenge, because remember, we're dealing with like Taurus rules money and possessions. The second house rules money and possessions. And so, this is kind of like a big theme. And I think that where I don't want you to be afraid of like taking this on, because it's almost like I see a lot of you are learning this whole thing of independence, but there could be some challenges with this. Now here's the way out of it. Two things. Your two advice cards are the Chariot, and you've got the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, what this is saying in conjunction with this Eight of Wands is, with the reversed Four of Pentacles, it's saying don't hold on too much. Like, I'm getting this feeling of there could be some of you that are like wanting to hold on to outworn things, ways of being. Hold on to like, relationships that aren't good, work relationships that aren't good, or even holding on to money too much and being, I don't know, like it's almost like it could be a, but some consciousness around money and possessions. Okay, what the advice is with this Chariot and with the Eight of Wands is, it's about being balanced, but moving forward confidently. Remember, as you move forward confidently and independently and boldly, you will be rewarded by the universe. And so the situation I'm seeing is that when whatever is happening with this first 2 weeks with money, finances, possessions, okay, make sure that you're not going into like old patterns, but say, like, when a situation comes up, how can I take charge of this situation? How can I take charge and be proactive in whatever that situation is that has to do with money, possessions, finances, whatnot, okay? How can I be proactive, and how can I move forward? And one little act that you do that of moving in that direction, you're going to see it's starting to move in a positive direction. And you'll see the opposite if you kind of stay stuck in an old way of being. So just remember, this first 2 weeks is going to be a little bit of a challenging issue in the money, possessions, finances department. Move forward boldly, be proactive, and you'll be blessed by the universe. Okay. Now, that is what I was saying about kind of taking on burdens. It might seemingly be taking on a burden. For example, like moving forward boldly might mean like, you know what? I'm going to finally take that class. I'm going to finally, go back to school. I'm going to finally put my resume out there or whatever. You're taking a proactive stance, whatever that is. And even if you don't have a career outside the home, these energies play out the same way. It could be like a new way of being in whatever situation you're being, whether it's in the home or the office or in any sort of relationship. Okay, so that's taking on a burden in a good way. Now, the second half of the month, what I'm seeing is this is going to be a really positive thing, and I'm seeing big time for you North nodes in Taurus in the second house. Now, the planet that rules Taurus in the second house is Venus, okay, the planet of love. And so a big thing you're learning about is everything to do with the Venusian energies, okay? Everything to do with the planet Venus in this lifetime. Now, I'm seeing with this Ten of Swords reversed, moving into the Lovers, I'm seeing that if you're not currently in a love relationship, this could be that either the healing has taken place where you can begin to embark on this. It could be a new person coming into your life this second half of February. But the big key is there was something that was learned. It's like with this Ten of Swords, there was something that, like, old wounds that have healed, or even old patterns. And so if you are in currently a love relationship, what I see is like almost like the opportunity for a renewal, a renewal in a new direction. And again, that's coming from healing old patterns and wounds. I'm thinking like the work that you've put in the last months and years in healing your emotional life is going to, like start to pay off. So this doesn't also have to do with romantically. This also could play out in other relationships, friendships and even family. So let's say like a family wound, okay, that is being healed. Okay, so for each of you, it's going to be different, but the same energy. Now, the underlying thing for this is you have the reversed Six of Pentacles, and what I'm seeing is it's almost like you're realizing that you don't need, or you're not being needy of a person, of a situation, of a job, of a family member. Like you're, as you're feeling like not needy, you're empowering yourself. That's what's healing. It's almost like I feel like a lot of you have felt like you were almost under the control of a situation, like not in control, but under the control of a person, of a situation. And you almost felt like, like in a very like needy position. And I feel like this second half, where this empowerment and healing is coming from, is you being not so feeling that sense of neediness, or having someone like almost not control you, but just feeling like you can't fully be yourself. Okay, so I feel like that's coming to an end in a positive way. And again, that's why I'm saying, for some of you now, this is the unburdening. Okay, the first half was like you taking on burdens in a good way, taking on challenges, and the second half is like unburdening. Now, the two advice cards is you have the Fool reversed, and you've got the Eight of Swords. Now, the Fool is a good card, okay? It's a card of, it's not, the Fool isn't a bad card. It's a card of innocence. It's a card of childlike exuberance and, enthusiasm, okay? And that is a good thing. But what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing that it's almost like with the Fool reversed, and this, it's almost like the veil's being lifted. So, and with the reversed Eight of Swords, the veil is being lifted from your eyes, and you're seeing a situation from a very mature and intelligent and wise is probably the best word. You're seeing the wisdom of something, okay? And like it's like the veil is lifted, and you're seeing things in a new light. That could be in any, as I said, any kind of a situation, in particularly a relationship situation. It could be a revealing of a family situation, of a love situation, a work, okay? And you're seeing this in a new light, and it's almost like, it's kind of like a growing up, okay? That's what this reverse Fool is. But what it's doing with this Eight of Swords is it's releasing you mentally and emotionally from the bonds that kind of held you back. So that's where this unburdening is. When you see this situation in a new light, and this healing has taken place this second half of the month, you are unburdening yourself, and you are taking yourself out of that self-imposed jail, self-imposed prison that you were in. And it was, for the most part, self-imposed. It was like you thought that you needed this, and now you're seeing things in a new way, from a higher perspective, from a more wise perspective, and you're seeing like, wow, okay, I really didn't need to do that. And at the end of the day, that's where some of this healing is you're realizing, okay, maybe I was blaming this other person or this situation, and I should have looked to myself too, like, okay, I kind of maybe helped bring this about. So it's this kind of awakening, but it's a really, really good thing. And this could mean, going back to someone, if you are going to be meeting someone new romantically, it's like the healing has taken place, and you're seeing yourself and things in this new light, which is affording you the ability to go out and connect with this new person, or new people, if it happens to be friendships. Okay, so it's playing out in different ways for different people, but these are kind of the overall energy. Just remember this month, taking on proactive burdens, okay, being proactive and taking them on in order to forge yourself forward, and being able to relieve some of the burdens that you have with these old past patterns and relationships. But overall, a very, very cool and strong month. Be strong out there. Remember that it is your time to move forward confidently, like the bull, okay, in life, and you have a lot to offer a life out there, and realize that you can do it. You have what it takes to move forward. Everything's within you, okay? So thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you would like a personal reading, there's going to be a link in the description box below. And again, thanks so much, and we'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.